Welcome to my 52-week roll challenge, where I shoot one roll of medium format film somewhere in Arizona every week in 2023. This is week 3. And this week, I shot Ektar 100 during sunset in the Superstition Mountains, which is in the eastern part of the Phoenix metro area. If you weren't familiar with the Superstition Mountains, they're probably the most photographed peaks in the valley, and they're extremely beautiful. There are many very good photos that have been made there, and I decided to throw my hat in the ring with mixed results. When I first got there, my main priority was to just scout the location without my camera and just sort of take in the views. All right, so we're in the actual hiking area now, officially, and things are starting to look pretty cool. The Superstition Mountains just really tower over you here. You're really impressed by how massive it is. Yeah, so I didn't really end up taking many photos of anything on this trip. Again and again, I'm finding that the bright Arizona sun, pretty much any time of day, isn't very inspiring for me to shoot in. This right here is an example of me trying to find a composition, even in late afternoon. You can see here, I tried to take a photo of this museum with the superstitions in the background, and I couldn't even do it. Granted, there was a massive fence there which really limited where I could place my camera, but I'm the type of person where if I'm not fairly certain I'm going to like my composition, I just won't try to make it. So around 5, I finally took a photo with my RB of the superstitions with this gate in the foreground. I do enjoy this photo actually. I do wish that there were clouds in the sky or something to sort of balance out the foreground. So overall, I'm happy with the image, although I think maybe it would have worked better in black and white. All right, so it's about 5:30 right now. The sun should be setting in about 10-15 minutes, and I have a composition set up on my 50mm lens. We have this little cactus right here in the foreground, and the superstitions in the background. I'm hoping this shot turns out okay because there are no clouds in the sky. I'm hoping Ektar comes to the rescue and renders some good colors. So I just took like 5 exposures here because I don't really know how to do a 4-second exposure, any exposure longer than 1 second on my RB67. And I'm hoping, based on the research that I did on Google right before sunset, that I was able to do it correctly. The method that I found online was you use the shutter release cable to open the shutter in T, and then you count down the seconds that you need for the exposure and then manually turn the shutter from T to 1 second. The risk there is that you could have little micro jitters and you could shake the camera during the exposure, so you have to do it really carefully. So I did hear the shutter click at the times that I wanted, so we'll see. Like I said, I shot half my roll of Ektar just right here. The sunset was like really horrible. You can see it's still totally blue instead of pink or anything. The crazy thing about Ektar is I did not manipulate these colors at all. These are straight out of camera. The only thing I did was play with the exposure slightly, so a little bit of contrast. But those colors are the colors that Ektar picked up in the moment. And that's why you just gotta love Ektar and Arizona. The combination is incredible. I totally love the way that these colors turned out. And I will return to the superstitions when I know that the sunset is gonna be a little bit nicer and I'm gonna be bringing Ektar, that's for sure. I left the park with 3 exposures left, and I wasn't really sure what I was going to do because there was basically no light left in the sky. As I was driving west, I noticed that the sunset was really turning into this beautiful deep orange as the day turned into night. And I saw this ice distribution building and pulled over and decided to make an exposure. This scene is totally amazing to me. I think that this type of photography just really lights me up. I love the energy I get from it. I love the emotion from it. Something about that exposure made something click in my mind, and I decided that I really wanted to pursue that aesthetic. The feeling of the sunset in Arizona is incredible pretty much wherever you are. You know, you could be in an alley, there could be just like a normal building in the backdrop, it could be you and your friends having a conversation in your backyard. You know, how can I sort of meditate on that aesthetic, that time of day, the feeling that that gives me, and sort of work that into this project. That's the challenge I want to focus on for the next couple of weeks. So my next video is going to be a little different. I'm going to be playing with Flash, and I'm going to try to get the most out of this after sunset time. And I'm really excited to see how it goes, because I feel like I'm finally getting an idea of my voice, or the vision that I have for this project is crystallizing a little bit, and I'm really excited. So thank you for following me on this journey. Thank you for watching this video. If you'd like to see more, please go to my website. If you want to stay in touch, follow me on Instagram. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to see more. I'll catch you next time.